Let's update our viewers with the situation in West Bengal, where the last phase of polling is currently on. 35 seats up for grabs in the 8th phase of polling. As of 3 p.m., the percentage of voting stood at 56%. North Kolkata is one of the areas voting today, and the city at the same time has recorded over 3,800 cases in the last 24 hours. 17,000 new cases in the state overall in the last 24 hours. The numbers have increased 30 times in a period of a month. That remains an area of concern. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister has called for an urgent meeting on Saturday ahead of the counting day. There are new rules in place now for the counting booths. This will be a virtual meeting attended by TMC candidates and counting agents. Let me go across to Tanima to take us through the details of the final phase of polling. Tanima, last we checked, we were told that everything's been peaceful on ground. What can you share with us?
Largely, yes, it is the last phase of polling, and I am in Kolkata, and it's largely North Kolkata which is voting today, Afrida. And there are certain other areas, of course, especially in Birbhum, which are key constituencies which are in fact polling today. As we know that this is the last two phases of election, especially the ones which are taking place in Kolkata, essentially have in fact seen a bit of an impact of COVID, so to speak. Campaigning, as we know, has in fact been much curtailed, by all the primary parties which are in the play. Even the silence period by the Election Commission had in fact been increased from the traditional 48 to 72 hours. So there has been a lot of COVID protocol on the ground which has been maintained. But everyone is asking whether it is a little too late, because already, as we have been giving the figures to our viewers, that it's clocked, Bengal has clocked over 17,000 daily cases, Kolkata nearing 4,000 daily case count. Those are, of course, just the official figures. But this past 1 month, when this election has in fact been going on in Bengal, and prior to that, campaigning, of course, had started many weeks ago. So what has been the situation in Kolkata, which a lot of people feel is just a ticking bomb in the situation in terms of COVID cases are concerned. There has already been a major impact in the private hospitals that we can see. They're running out of beds, running out of ICU beds as well. And now that we are nearing the counting day, even the Election Commission has specified certain directions which need to be followed by all the political parties, who have in fact thrown caution to the wind, as we can see during the campaigning. So at least in the last leg, there has been an effort to make amends. In Kolkata, if I can tell you, I can see right now I'm in front of Victoria, and usually this is a very crowded place. At any time of the day, there would be a lot of people, but right now, except for maybe 2-3 people, I don't see many around me. So there has been an impact in that sense, that people, especially in the urban areas of Bengal, are a little more conscious because the numbers there are rising, the hospitals there are overflowing in terms of COVID patients. So that we can see taking an impact on the ground. But nonetheless, of course, this is the last few hours of elections here in Bengal. And of course, on all eyes for 2nd of May when the counting takes place.
All right. Thanks, Tanima, for joining us and giving us the latest updates.